guys, Core Sonic 23 from Anime Core here. Today's video, I pretty much want to discuss about all these spring current animes because I found at least 6 of them that are actually pretty good. Now this isn't actually an anime recommendations video, but if you want to think it's an anime recommendations video, you can go ahead and say that, but it's not. But I found actually 6 of them. They're actually pretty good. I currently just started watching them. One of them I definitely know is called RPG Real Estate, and it's actually really good anime. Because really, essentially, it's really just this one I guess lolly witch or something. It's a slice of life comedy anime, so there are some a little bit of humor jokes or whatever. And well, let's see. For the first day, this witch, I forget her name now, who's the main protagonist, but essentially she introduces this one great sage, because I guess she's looking for some sort of house, and the first thing that one of the women in charge show her is this huge ginormous mansion, and I'm like, okay, this looks more like a gigantic school. If it's a mansion or something, I guess, but man, you could literally seriously hold a gigantic army, a whole entire army of platoons of soldiers and shit, seriously. Or even interesting is you can even hold a whole bunch of students in there. I'm like, yeah, that's really interesting. And then of course the next segment it shows pretty much just shows a whole bunch of butlers and maids, and I'm like, okay, well, problem solved. You have a whole bunch of maids and butlers, and yeah, I feel like that type of a home is really too big for just one person alone to live in. I'm sorry. Okay, maybe if you had a family of 20 children or 30, maybe, but anything bigger than for one person, yeah, it's too much. But then the main protagonist showed this great sage one of the homes, and she was like, yeah, totally. I mean, it's surrounded by flowers and shit. And then one of her coworkers basically says, I don't think this is the right home, but it's actually what the great sage was actually looking for. And I mean, and when you think about it, most sages they usually prefer small type of homes. They don't really prefer something big and ginormous. I mean, maybe for a gigantic home would be something for a ruler, but for a great sage, most sages would prefer, I think, something smaller. So the home that this main protagonist chose was actually really good. So yeah, that's a really good anime. It's definitely a well recommended anime. It's just the beginning, so there's only 2 episodes currently, but definitely a good anime to definitely check out for anybody who's actually really a slice of life type of person. Other animes I've discovered, let's see, what other ones can I probably say I've discovered? Well, one of my coworkers introduced me to, he told me about it. It's called Skeleton Knight in Another World, and honestly, the first episode, the beginning episode, I'm like, okay, why am I witnessing a rape scene? Seriously, this is just wrong. And then it said yeah, some of this footage that you're gonna see may be a little bit too graphic for viewers. Viewer discretion is advised. Yeah, you could have actually put that in a black screen before showing us the clip. Seriously, what the heck is wrong with you? But yes, apparently, it's okay, I'm literally scared and terrified. Trust me, the last rape scene I ever saw was something within what was it, Goblin Slayer? Yeah, I did not like Goblin Slayer. After seeing that first episode, oh god, no, I did not even care to watch Goblin Slayer. But then, of course, that also reminded me of that one guy who tried to basically rape Asuna in Sword Art Online. God, that was even worse. You know, okay, when it comes to basically, like, women in anime, or even in general, whether it be real-life anime or video games, I really am against, rape. I'm, like, literally against it because, well, one, I find it's wrong in so many ways. Two, you can really go to jail for that, too. And then the third reason is pretty much, what could I say for it? Like, I could say, like, the third reason for it is just, it's just wrong in general. I mean, you know, having sex with a woman without her consent, that's just, I'm sorry, that's just wrong. And stuff, okay? Now, if it's like something like hentai, I guess, but honestly, I'm not really much into hentai. I mean, I love harem. That's fine. I mean, harem, you know, seeing boobs, that's good. But I realize now that I'm not really a guy who's really much into porn in general. Porn or hentai. I mean, hentai is cool, and I actually have seen, maybe like a couple of hentais. I mean, I saw like this one hentai where like this one guy made this woman walk around with a vibrator in her crotch, and I'm like, seriously? What the fuck? Making her walk around with a vibrator in her crotch? Now that is just wrong. I'm sorry. But yeah, that's yeah, and I'm sorry if I just gave you, like, literally a bad image. I'm sorry. You know, there's some clean, much better animes that you can watch that are more appropriate that you can use for Bleach. I'm sorry. Anyways, yeah, so that the whole entire anime is really about like how this one guy, he I guess somehow fell asleep in the real world, and then he wakes up as a skeleton type of knight, and well, actually, but it wasn't till he decided to slash those guys that were pretty much going to put the rape on the women, and I'm like, okay, good. I'm glad he literally stepped in. Though he could have done it like the first, like, right after seeing it, what was happening, he could have like literally done something like the second, instead of literally like just letting it happen and then at the last second pop up and then of course, you know, do like a major slice and killing all of them, which is really interesting. But yeah, I haven't watched the second episode, but yeah, the first episode it's definitely pretty good. The next one I've also discovered is called Summertime Rendering, and in Summertime Rendering, it's a mystery type of an anime. I wouldn't say it's comedy or a game anime. It's more of like a mystery. So if you like mysteries, this one might be up your alley. I'm gonna watch a little bit of it. I mean, or I'm probably gonna mostly watch all of the episodes, but so far, like, during the first episode, I was like, yeah, this is somewhat interesting. So somehow, okay, this guy wakes up, he sees, like, the woman, I forget her name now, but essentially, he's, like, his sister, sort of, and she somehow, like, it all just somehow, like, turns, like, somehow, like, she's somehow a static type of, person or whatever. And then he wakes up, and then of course it's an accidental boob scene, and I'm like, oh my god. But yeah, it's a really good anime, or interesting anime per se. But yeah, this one you can definitely determine on your own if you really actually wanna check it out. I'm not sure if I can put it on the recommendations list. But definitely a good, definitely an interesting anime to look out for if you are one of those people that love mysteries. Let's see. There's a whole bunch of other ones actually, like, but yeah, this whole entire season is actually pretty good with a whole bunch of good animes. I know that there's some ongoing ones, and I found most of these on 9anime. Not really Crunchyroll because I don't use Crunchyroll, and honestly, I think most people, except for the Crunchyroll fans, would prefer going somewhere else and not watch on Crunchyroll. But hey, if you like Crunchyroll, go ahead, watch anime on Crunchyroll. I'm not gonna stop you. But for me, in general, I just prefer to just like watch stuff on anime because it's free and I don't have to pay a dime. Okay, nor do I have to pay a subscription, and plus my money is limited. So there's another reason. All right, and yeah, I mean, there's just a whole bunch. I mean, I found like 6 of these animes, and they're all really good. I honestly have to say, I'm kind of impressed. Yeah, even including one with Spy X Family, which is actually really interesting. And actually, I believe that's what like the whole entire anime community is actually talking about, Spy X Family. So yeah, there's another anime that, because the funny thing was, I think it was like a couple nights ago, like as soon as I got home, I think I found like on a Polygon article that basically like talked about like a couple of animes, and I'm like, okay, I'll check out one of them. I'll check out Spy X Family. I haven't actually seen it or heard of it, so it's about basically this guy who's a spy, and apparently he starts living with his fake family and such. But yeah, I haven't really gone that far into actually like understanding the whole entire premise of these whole entire animes. So yeah, but yeah, definitely if you like housing and you're really like into houses and such, like you watch like something with like I forget what's the house show that my father usually likes watching. But yeah, oh yeah, Property Brothers. So if you like something like Property Brothers, you might actually like RPG Real Estate. Because actually what it stands for is Rent Plan Guide Real Estate. So yeah, it's all just about like, helping people find a home, whether it be like a castle, a mansion, or a home. I mean, just a normal house. So there you go. I've completely satisfied you with a few good animes. For those out there who haven't found any good animes to watch because you're so bored and you don't know. And actually, the funny thing is in one of the so like after watching one of the animes, I think it was Dawn of the Witch. Apparently, like I looked in one of the comments section. I think it was under Dawn of the Witch, but anyways, yeah, and looking in the comment section, he said like, oh man, I have a whole entire 700 list of animes. I'm like, 700? Jesus Christ, what the fuck are you? Are you a madman or something? Because, man, 700 animes? I can't complete those within a year. I mean, literally, I could probably complete about maybe like 20 or 30. I can't even complete like 700. Like, seriously. You must have a crazy mind if you literally think that you can like literally complete like 700 animes in a single year. I'm sorry. The 700, that's like giving yourself like 300 years worth of animes to watch in a lifetime. I'm sorry. I have no, oh my god. I have like literally, I have never watched 700 animes in my life at all. Like, honestly, I've seen some of them, even some I haven't completed, like the one time I got reincarnated as a slime. I mean, I remember I saw that, when did I see that last time? Yeah, like about like a few years ago, or several years ago, when I was hanging out with a cool, awesome meetup group where we like literally went and saw where one of the guys who's now basically the leader, he worked, I believe he still works over at Crunchyroll HQ. But yeah, we went to we went over to like to the Crunchyroll headquarters in San Francisco, and we actually like literally got to watch a sneak preview of some of the animes, even Konosuba, which actually was pretty good. I actually definitely recommend Konosuba to anyone, honestly. If you're into that type of scenario, definitely watch Konosuba. Because there is a panty joke in there. There are some panty jokes in there. And also, too, if you haven't watched the abridged version for Konosuba, I would definitely recommend watching Konosuba abridged. It's really good by Lord Daedrith. It is so good. yeah, if anyone, I can probably like put the name in the comment section so you guys can go check them out. But yeah, it's really good. There's just so many hilarious jokes, and I know like that they steal one or two jokes from I know in I think one of the abridged ones, I think it's for Durara. They actually like literally take a quote from Team 4-Star, so there's that. But yeah, I will make an anime recommendations list soon. Probably, I think I've planned on doing it like maybe like I'm kind of like almost near the ending, so like maybe like I'm at the halfway point of these animes. I'll definitely give a full entire recommendations list for these animes that I'm currently watching, because honestly this season is actually really good, just like last season, but this season has a little bit more interesting stuff to it. And yeah, and if there's any if there's any new animes that you guys are currently watching, feel free to list them in the comment section down below. I'd be more than happy to check them out. I know one of my Discord users recommended me to watch My Dress Up Darling. I think that's what it's called. I know I saw it. I know I saw the image for it on 9anime. I just never got to it because I was only watching 3 or 4 animes at the time. But yeah. Anyways, so that pretty much like wraps it up. So I'll do a recommendations list down the road eventually for these animes. And yeah, and if there's any animes that new animes that you guys recommend, leave them in the comment section down below, and I'll be sure to check them out. And of course, feel free to follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, although I don't really use Twitter quite as much though, but yeah, Facebook. And you can also go to my Discord and be part of the Discord community. There's a whole bunch of different channels to be part of on. You can there's an anime recommendations section under the Discord community tab, so you can definitely if there's any animes that you recommend, you can just leave them down there. And yeah, and then also you guys are welcome to just pop in the general channel on my Discord server, and feel free to chat about stuff and all that. Alright, so with that, I like to end things off here. This has been Core Sonic 23 from Anime Core. Definitely be sure that you guys like this video, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon, and be sure to come back for more. Alright, till then, see you.